Hi! Did you know that there are groups on the internet who are there just to help you live your travel dreams? Today, we're going to talk about my favorite online communities for Black travelers. We're going to talk about my favorite Black travel groups and why I think you should join them. Whether your travel dream is to take a sabbatical, whether your travel dream is to move abroad, become an expat, or if your travel dream is to follow up on your New Year's resolution and actually use all of your vacation time this year, which I recommend, don't save it. Okay, we'll talk about my favorite online Black travel groups today. But first, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Stephanie Perry. I'm a year-round house sitter, and I'm the creator of House Sitter School. I help Black women take a sabbatical to travel or move abroad on a budget. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and make sure that you turn on notifications. Ring that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post a new video. Welcome. All right, so if you've watched my video, 4 Reasons Why Moving Abroad is Simpler Than You Think, you know how important I think community is. I don't know of a simpler or like a more direct way to make a major change than to surround yourself with a community of like-minded people. I don't know any way to get yourself past the fear, past the lack of confidence that you're going to feel by making a major shift than to get involved in an online community. Whether you're talking about quitting your job to travel on a sabbatical or you're talking about moving abroad, these things are not the norm, right? And so when you're talking about going against the norm, you're going to find resistance within yourself and from other people, right? The fear mongers are going to come out of the woodwork. You're ruining your life. The cartel's going to get you. All of this talk. You need to counteract that with people who are doing the same thing that you're doing and with people who have done that thing to give you the resources, to give you the information that they've already learned. Okay, so that's why we're talking about these groups today. I want you to get in these groups. If you have one of these goals, get in these groups and let them help you, okay? We don't have to go it alone. These are Facebook groups right now. If you're watching from the future, there's a big move for people to move some Facebook groups off of Facebook onto another platform. So if they've moved to another platform, I'll try to keep the links in the description updated. But right now, all of these are Facebook groups, okay? So number 1, the first group that we're going to talk about today should be no surprise. If you know me, you know how much I love the Exodus Summit Facebook group. I host the Exodus Summit Facebook group along with my good sis Rashida Dow from Sheeta's on the Loose. Exodus Summit started as an online summit for Black women travelers who wanted to take a sabbatical or to move abroad, September of 2020. The group was just there to support that workshop, the sessions for that week, but the group was so good we had to keep it going. Exodus Summit is now full of Black women who are actively working their plan to move abroad or to take a sabbatical. If this is something that's interesting to you, if this is something that you're ready to get started on, get in the group. We are here to answer your questions. The group is also full of women, especially the speakers from the summit, who have already done it, right? Who have already taken a sabbatical, who have already moved abroad, who are already living their travel dreams. So we've got good information, we've got good inspiration. This group is for Black women travelers, okay? I know Black women like to be a little incognito on the internet. If your Facebook profile is not a picture of you, it's going to be hard to get approved into the group. I just want you to know that. You can probably see even in the comments on this very YouTube channel, when you have a space where everyone is welcome, right? The topic, the talk gets off track very easily, right? I post a video and then people are like, what are you talking about? There is no racism and there is no, right? Right? So Exodus Summit Facebook group is for Black women. If you're not a Black woman, don't try to sneak in. It's not gonna work, okay? We do some workshops, we do some live streaming, we do some Q&As in the group. Like our goal, we can't be more clear about it. Our goal is to get you out the door. If you want to live this travel dream, our goal is to help you get there. It's a group where we share, where we come ask questions, where we get our questions answered. I love the group. You can tell from the way I'm talking about it. I love this group. I invite you to join. If you're going to come in and act right, I invite you to join us. If you're like, but Stephanie, I'm not a woman. Okay, I have another group for you. Blacksit Global. Blacksit Global is what it sounds like. It's a group for Black people who are looking to leave the United States, who are looking to Blacksit, right? Who are looking to exit the United States. Blacksit Global is run by Krishan Wright, who also has a podcast. Krishan brings in speakers and brings in other experts to help get your questions answered, right? She's got a lot of sessions and talks in the group that can help you learn and help you make progress. So if you're a Black person looking to exit the United States, I recommend Blacksit Global to you. The link to that group is in the description. All right, Expat Divas is another group which I love being a member of. Expat Divas is run by Francesca Fraser, who is now living in Rwanda. She's lived in Andorra, which is a real country in Europe, which I didn't know. She's lived in, I believe she's lived in Dubai. She's lived in a lot of different places. Francesca's group is full of Black women who are already expats, so it's full of a lot of great information. Expat Divas is a special group, so don't join that group and start acting up. Don't join Francesca's group and then get in there and start spamming people with your business and start DMing people and, you know, don't do it. Behave yourself so Francesca doesn't have to put you out, because I don't want her putting me out of her group. I don't want her blaming me, all right? Francesca was a speaker at Exodus Summit. She was on the panel for living in and traveling through Europe. Like I said, at the time, she was in Andorra. Speaking of someone who was a speaker at Exodus Summit, Adelia Abor-Shade has a Facebook group called Solo Sisters. Again, a group that's just like it sounds. Solo Sisters is for Black women, solo travelers, whether you are new to solo travel or experienced, right? Sometimes it can be a hurdle, you know, when you're like, oh, I want to take this first solo trip. I know it'll be good for me. I know I'll enjoy myself, but I'm just nervous. Solo Sisters is a place where you can go and work that out, right? We've got a lot of experienced solo travelers in the group. I'm in the group. I'm a super experienced solo traveler. A lot of experienced solo travelers in the group who are willing to help you. And then a lot of new people, some women who have yet to travel solo but want that inspiration. Adelia, the host of the group, is a money coach who retired early on a teacher's salary. She helps Black women get their FU money together. All right, so if you need to get your coins together so that you can say FU to this job or to this country or to this relationship, Adelia is a person who you want to get to know. Her group, the link to her group, Solo Sisters, is in the description, of course. I'll also link to Adelia's book, Pick Your Girl Travels the World, Guide to Teaching Abroad. I'll link to that also. Adelia, as a teacher, went from being a teacher in Houston to teaching in Honduras and Kuwait and China. So her book is good information for you if you're a teacher who wants to take your show on the road. All right? If your ears perked up when I talked about teaching abroad, I have another group for you. This group is called I Love To Globetrot. I Love To Globetrot is hosted by Nicole Brewer, who was also a teacher abroad, but she was not a teacher in the U.S. So there are two different ways to teach abroad. If you're a teacher with credentials, you can teach at an international school. But did you know that if you're a native English speaker, in a lot of the world, you can get certified to teach English as a second language, and that's a career that can take you around the world. Nicole Brewer is teaching in Oman, but she's also taught in Korea and I think some other places. Her book is called A Guide to Landing an English Teaching Job Abroad. Of course, I'm going to link to that in the description. Now, I Love To Globetrot is not a group only for teachers. It just happens to have a lot of people who have been an English teacher because that's what she does and that's what her friends have done. So if this interests you, it's a good group to get in on. But it's just for people who love to globetrot, right? It's not restricted to Black travelers only or women only. It's a fun group for people who just like to flex a little bit. Nicole has been in Oman, like I said, in Oman, living it up on her teacher's salary, and she does take some amazing trips, and it's really fun to watch what's going on and to get inspired by her living her Black girl dreams. Okay, so I have one more group on the list, but really quickly I want to interject because I just want to, this is not what this video is about. My video from Saturday had to be rescheduled because of terrible internet problems here at my Airbnb in La Paz. I'm in La Paz, Mexico. But I really do think that teaching English is a fantastic way to get out the door. If you are ready now to take a sabbatical, if you're ready now to move abroad and you're a native English speaker, teaching English is a quick way to make your exodus. Being a native English speaker is a commodity. It is a profitable skill that can take you around the world, and you don't have to have teaching experience to do it, okay? Rashida and I are hosting workshops, Exodus Expat workshops on teaching English online and on teaching English abroad. You will find information on those workshops, and you should sign up for those workshops at exodussummit.com/workshops, exodussummit.com/workshops. Link to that is in the description, okay? We're talking about teaching English online, which I've done with no teaching experience. When I first started house sitting and I needed to eat, right? Because I was getting free accommodation as a house sitter, but not getting, food and stuff. And I needed to eat. Teaching English online is one of the ways that I did that. So sign up for the workshops at exodussummit.com/workshops, and we'll see you there. Okay, we also have workshops on getting residency in France, Mexico, and Portugal, okay? If you're looking to make it long term, if you know once you get there, you're gonna wanna stay, sign up for the workshop so that you'll know the processes to get yourself there permanently. All right, another online community for Black travelers that is near and dear to my heart is Black Women Digital Nomad Entrepreneurs. This group is run by Wanda Duncan, who is the host of the Black Women Travel Podcast. Wanda also spoke at Exodus Summit. Wanda's session was called Giving Yourself Permission to Leave. This was the most popular session in the summit. It's the most rewatched session, right? It's a session that people watch and then they hit replay and they rewatch. Check out exodussummit.com if you want to hear that session. Okay, but Wanda's group, Black Women Digital Nomad Entrepreneurs, is a group for a specific group of people. It's for Black people who identify as women who either are digital nomad entrepreneurs or who are on the path to becoming a digital nomad entrepreneur, right? So if you are running a business that you want to take you around the world, or if you want to, this is the group for you. This is where women are talking about the business of business, right? The business of running a business and the business of running a business online so that you can bop around the globe. Wanda herself lives in Malaysia. She's got group members all over the world, including me. So check out Wanda's group. Let her know that Stephanie sent you. This is another group. Don't act up because Wanda will put you out. Okay, so go in the group, behave yourself, but learn and give and take steps to get yourself out the door. Okay, I really do. Like I said, I want you to watch this video if you haven't, called 4 Reasons Moving Abroad is Simpler Than You Think. If you haven't watched it, you can click up there to watch the video. I really do believe that a community is the difference maker. I can't name a thing that I have done, that I have achieved, that I didn't know how to do, right? And then I did it without having a community of people. You know what I'm saying? I can't name a time when I was like, oh, I want to do this thing. It's hard. I don't know how to do it. But I did it all by myself, right? No help, no input. It doesn't happen, right? It doesn't happen. If it does happen, it's really frustrating, really stressful, really hard. These groups make the difference. I want you to live your travel dreams. I'm living my dream, right? I quit my job when I was 41 to travel on a sabbatical. I did that because I saw women in groups and communities that I was in doing it. I saw Black women sharing information, and then I felt more like it was possible. I'm a digital nomad. I'm running a business from different parts of the world. And I know to do this. I know how to do this because of these communities that I'm in that we've already talked about. These communities that have given me the information, the tools, the resources, the support that I need. Don't go it on your own, okay? These groups are like a shortcut. They're sisterly advice. They're all of those things wrapped up into one. Okay, so I hope that I will see you in these groups. Your homework is to join the groups that sound like they're right for you. Let us know in the comments if we're missing a group, right? If I'm missing a group, I gave you some good information today, all right? You can give me some good information. We reciprocate on this channel. So if I'm missing some groups, let us know in the description, and then watch the video on the 4 reasons moving abroad is simpler than you think. If you have an interest in moving abroad and you're feeling like it's just not going to work for you, because watch that video. I'll link to that here because I want you to win. I want you to live. Okay, one more piece of homework, one more thing. If this video has been helpful to you, please take a second and hit the like button, and then hit that share button. Share it with someone who you know has a travel dream and needs a community to support them in that, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Here's some more videos for you to watch. I will see you next time.